Hi, I'm Mike Meisler here at Rafter M Training Stables. And it is hot this morning, very hot. As you can tell by this mare here breathing hard, and so am I. But as I keep working this mare, there's some things I wanted to address with you horse people out here. When you're going to look at horses, and we get the calls all the time, a lot of times what we'll have for sale is 3-year-olds or 4-year-olds. And everybody said, nope, not interested. I need an older horse. Well, here's your problem, folks. Right here's you a fine 10-year-old. It's a 10-year-old horse. You know what she does, or what she did day before yesterday? Run over me all day long. Run over me. Most disrespectful horse I've had in this barn, I don't know how long. The stiffest animal I've ever seen in my life. Just because she's 10 years old, don't mean she's a good horse. Just because she's 12 years old, just because she's 15 years old, does not mean she's a good horse. I've worked with this mare twice, and look what I've got here. She's standing here kind of respectful now. But this has been hell getting her here. And we're not even done. She is no more ready to ride than a man in the moon. No more ready to ride than anything. And they watched her ride, and yet she's really forward. Well, you want to know why she's forward? She's stiff as hell. She ain't paying no attention to nothing you're doing. I would rather have a well-trained 3-year-old, a well-trained 4-year-old, as a 10-year-old that you're needing to start all over again. These are some of the myths that everybody falls into. And I've heard that and heard that and heard that, and think, you know what, I've got 4-year-olds that I'd ride 10 times more than I would a 12, 14-year-old. Because just because they're older don't mean those horses been rode, folks. It don't mean they've been rode. It don't mean they've been ridden correctly. It don't mean they've been trained up correctly. You know, what you got to do is look at the individual horse and find out what you've got. But every time I get these older horses in here, I just get aggravated as I can be. Is because the things that I'm doing here is the very, very basic things that need to be done before you get on them. It blows my mind of the 8, 9, 10-year-old horses that come in here that I swear to God do not have the very basics of groundwork on them. If you can't do the groundwork, the very basic groundwork on these horses, what makes you think you're going to be able to get on them and ride them and be safe? Our whole thing here that Joy and I are preaching is safety, safety, safety. Get a hold of your horses. Get them respectful. Do all this stuff. It makes it a lot harder on the horses when they get older and they haven't had it. So anyway, I'm going to stop preaching here because I could go on all day long. But it frustrates me to no end when people want to go out here and get these older horses. And these older horses, I've got sweat in my eyes, I'm sorry. When these older horses have not been trained up. They haven't been trained up, and it makes it really rough on those horses. Because I'm not going to sit out here for a month and baby them around. They've been babied all their life. And they've been let get away with whatever they wanted. You know, it's just like whenever I was moving her hip a while ago. See, did you see that? She stepped that over really nice. Do you know what she used to do? She moved that hip over and rammed this shoulder into me every single time. You couldn't keep her beat off of it. You know, that's something that should have been done when she was broke. When you break them, get them respectful of it. Get them where you're a pleasure to stand here and handle them like this. Instead of having to put those horses through the gauntlet whenever they're older to get them to do this, which is nothing. But my God, I wish you could have saw her 2 days ago when she come here. She would have been all over me. So always remember that stuff when you're out here looking to buy horses, or even whenever you go out and look at your own horse. If you've got your own horse out there and it's not very enjoyable for you, they're pushy, they're heavy, they just don't want to give, stop and look at that and say, I need to do something. I need to get my horse through the basics. I need to get him through the basic fundamentals of horsemanship on the ground. And I swear to God, to every single one of you watching, if you'll do that, when you get in the saddle, you're going to enjoy it more than you'll ever imagine. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get back to work on this horse. I just need to stop and vent for a while. So anyway, hope to see y'all on the trail. See you.